I have so many positive things to say about the Spring Break Pro Bono program. It's just a great way, especially for first-year students, to get their feet wet. We were working with an organization called ProBAR, and they're funded by the American Bar Association and other organizations to do immigration and asylum work within the detention centers on the border of Mexico. One of the really neat things for me was working with a man named Arturo. We did intake for him and we found out that he had been persecuted by a paramilitary group in Mexico and had fled in fear for his life. And it was totally life-changing and career-changing, as trite as that may sound. And I was able to really relate to him and understand his story and what he'd been doing in the U.S. for the 10 years that he was hiding here. Every day he seemed to just have a little bit more hope, a little bit more clarity. By the time I left, he was just totally determined to win his asylum case. I came back and I called my parents and I said, I am just so moved to be embarking on a career where I'm able to really make a difference in people's lives. As a 1L, when we're really exhausted and overworked, etc., to see the potential benefits that we are going to reap from this education, it's totally motivating. And I came back to school tired from the work we'd done, but at the same time totally refreshed, and my commitment to the law was renewed. We got there on a Saturday evening, and we took Sunday and we went down to Mexico. We went across the border, and I feel like that was a really essential trip for us to make because so many of the people we were working with had come from Mexico, and to see how little physically the Rio Grande is and how wide it is to the people who don't have the ability to cross it freely is really essential to doing the immigration work that we were doing in South Texas. And you start to realize why it matters that you do well and why it matters that you learn the material. The real gift that we get through this education is being able to help other people.